Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tamid and I hope you guys are doing really well. I'm doing pretty good too. So today basically I will be reviewing a fragrance from the house of Mancera, and it's going to be Mancera Silver Blue. So let's get started. So here's the bottle. As you guys can see, Mancera Silver Blue. It is basically a screw cap. Okay, so it's not your typical new style Mancera which has pressurized atomizer and a magnetic cap. It's an old style. So basically, as you guys can see the bottle, it's basically you could say totally blue, and it's like the whole sticker in front is silver, and here's the name of the fragrance itself, EDP concentration 120 ml and stuff like that, and Mancera written up top. That's about it. And there are some laser engravings at the bottom which says made in France, batch code and whatnot basically. So the cap, it's metal, as you guys can see. The old logo of Mancera. The newer logo has more design texture to it, whatever it is, but this is a metal cap, so it has got some weight to it, so it feels sort of premium, let's just say. So as you guys can see, the atomizer itself, it's silver in color. It has got a, you could say, a screw what do you call it, style to it. And like when you screw it on, right, the M, you could see the M, right? The M actually will stay right in front of the sticker itself. The M won't be like this. It won't be like facing this way and the sticker is this way. It's good because the cap isn't totally screwed on. So if it's totally screwed on, the M will directly face the sticker. Basically just signifies the authenticity of the fragrance itself. So now let's take a look at the sprayer itself. The sprayer is like, well, the sprayer is like, simple Mancera style, old style, like, burst kind of sprayer, which is quite nice. It shoots a decent amount. I won't say it's like, just like it's short burst. No, it sprays decent amount. So now let's get to the smell itself. Okay, so the name says silver blue, right? Don't get confused by the name silver blue. A lot of you guys might think, okay, silver blue, okay, so it's gonna be an aquatic fragrance, or a summer oriented fragrance, and it has a blue bottle as well, as you guys can see, right? That's the common consensus that will a lot of people get, they'll come to mind basically when you see this bottle and the name itself. But as I just said, don't get confused. This is a winter based fragrance, and this is basically a spicy caramel, amber, slight bit of patchouli sort of a fragrance. It's not silver blue. It's not blue at all. So if I have to explain this smell to you, at first, from the first blast, you're gonna get loads of cinnamon, and that cinnamon will specifically remind you of Latafa Camra. Slightly. I'm not saying it's the exact same as Latafa Camra. I'm just saying the opening part, the opening bit, specifically the spices, the cinnamon. It will remind you of Latafa Camra, but it is not sweet as Latafa Camra. It doesn't have that praline. It doesn't have that note to it. It does have that caramelish note to it, caramel and amber. So the opening is basically a mixture of cinnamon, caramel, and amber. So you could say it's a almost like gourmand territory, sort of like a fragrance. Yep, and it does have some, you could say, slight bit. I won't say exactly, but slight bit of Middle Eastern touch to it. Slight bit. However, this is a very extremely well-rounded, well-balanced sort of fragrance. Even though it's, as I just mentioned, it kind of, goes into the gourmandish territory. However, the patchouli at the dry down kind of, dials it sort of like back. Like it doesn't like take it too gourmandish. Like, normally when you see caramel, then spices, especially cinnamon sort, like something like that. Yeah, like you basically would associate something, or we tend to associate, okay, it's gonna be a gourmandy-ish kind of sort of like a perfume, but it is kind of sort of like that, but not exactly totally gourmand. So overall, yeah, that was basically the smell. It doesn't change too much, to be honest. It opens up with cinnamon, amber, and caramel, and the more it goes into the dry down, the cinnamon kind of subdues a bit, and the amber, the caramel, and the patchouli, it kind of takes it through. And however, you're gonna get slight woodiness at the base, and that's about it. Overall, it's a very linear, very well balanced sort of fragrance. However, I'm definitely gonna say it. It does smell like a Mancera sort of fragrance. It doesn't smell like what do you call it? Like a very up class sort of niche kind of style like fragrance. Like like you get it with you could say like Kilian or Zerjoff or other niche houses like Nishane, and then you got Penhaligon's and stuff like that. It doesn't smell as exquisite as that, but it does smell like a Mancera itself, and it is pretty loud. I'm gonna go to the performance itself. The performance speaks volumes of the for this one. So overall, yeah, that was the smell. And now coming to the performance side of things, I mean, Mancera winter-based fragrance. What do you expect? It is what it is, right? Like, it's a beast, you could say, if not borderline beast mode, right? Because I wore about 8 sprays of this, and it kind of lasted me till the next day on my clothes. On skin, it might vary from person to person, so you can test this one out. But on clothes, amazing. Till the next day. Projection, 2.5 hours, easy. Like for the first hour and a half, it's gonna jump off like off your clothes. If you have a very good skin, off your skin as well, like it's gonna jump off. It's that damn good. And then the next hour, 3 to 4 feet, and then at the 5 hour or 6 hour mark, it will kind of dial itself back to this sort of like a scent bubble, which is kind of nice. So, and it does leave a hefty amount of scent trail, I'm gonna tell you that much. So overall, performance side of things, no complaints. Mancera, I mean, come on, there's nothing to complain about in terms of performance if you spray the right amount. Smell wise, I think it is nice as well, but I think they could have added a bit more to the smell, in my opinion. It, like a lot of people who have this might like it very much, but in my opinion, they could have done a bit more. Like add some slight bit of depth or slight bit of dynamics to it, right? Like they could have added some aromatic touches here and there. They could have added some slight bit of, you could say, I wouldn't say oud, but it's more like more into the woody notes, sort of like that. They could have made it a bit more oriental, spicy, not just the cinnamon. They could have made just a bit more. The opening, I think it could have been a bit more fresher, in my opinion, because the opening itself, it starts off with amber, and then cinnamon and caramel. I think, like, I'm not saying like this is bad, but I'm just saying that it Pierre Montale could have made it a bit more interesting. Like, if I have to like give it a mark, I'm gonna easily say this is a 8.5 out of 10 in terms of everything. But I'm just saying, like this could have been made even better. However, the prices might have gone up too, right? But that's just me, like, super nitpicking in terms of like making it a bit better. So overall, do I like it? Yes. Do I want to have it in my collection? I think I would. And obviously, thank you, a big thanks to Robin brother. He has a page called Decantwala. You can actually, if you want a decant of this, you can actually text him. So he was very kind enough to let me review this. So yeah, if I want to have this down the line, probably yes. I would definitely buy it, but down the line, because as I just mentioned, like they could have done a bit more with this, in my opinion. However, I'm not criticizing that, but this is definitely something to have in your collection. It's a bottle worthy fragrance, I would just say. So as I just said, like it's a winter based fragrance, and in terms of age demographic, I would just say it's a bit mature. I don't think like teenagers would dig it, or if you're like just below the 25, I would say I don't think you're gonna dig this. If you are like above, like let's say 27, 28, just starting out in your job, like you want a good night out fragrance, I think this would do really good. uh, Above 30 and all that, this would be really really good. A tad bit mature in my opinion, mainly because of that patchouli that it has like at the base. um that's mostly it. And if I have to talk about the versatility itself, I think this can be worn on date nights, on movie nights, on hangouts as well with your friends, on parties too. Yeah, sure, parties, weddings, and whatnot. I don't think this would be a casual wear, to be honest, because as I just mentioned, amber, caramel, gourmandy-ish kind of stuff. I don't think gourmand stuffs are meant to be worn casually. I think you know it should be like reserved for special occasions. Same with this one as well. So yeah, overall I feel like, yeah, this is a very good buy. Whoever has this will know the importance of how good this one is. So as I just mentioned, I would give this 8.5. And whenever I first sniffed this or smelled this, immediately I thought of, okay, Camera, mainly because of the cinnamon. However, it's not as sweet as Camera, as I just mentioned. Camera has that praline, that vanilla, that caramel amped up to the max. It's just syrup sweet. However, this one is not. This one is not. This one, if Camera is 100 in terms of sweetness, this would be like, let's say, 30 in terms of sweetness compared to Camera. So it's not as sweet as Camera, but just the opening top note of cinnamon, it will kind of remind you of Camera. That's about it. But after that opening bits, it goes into its own direction. So overall, it's a big like. Recommended from my side, from my end. Yeah, you can definitely check this one out. So yeah, that was it from my end. So hope you guys liked the review. So yeah, see you on the next one then. Bye bye guys, take care.